Hello, Herman Deal, the real deal here. Today I want to talk about the TRX, okay, which is another tool that you can use that really gives you a fantastic workout. Now, you all know by now that I'm a big fan of using two things, your own body weight and bands, because bands provide a variable resistance, a resistance that often, if you're doing, for example, a chest press like this is the weak area when you're doing a chest press, but with variable resistance in a band, this is the resistance is less here and it's more where you actually get stronger out here. So it provides a better, safer resistance. So I always recommend bands, always recommend using your body weight. However, today I want to talk about the TRX system, which is a set of ropes that you can utilize, and I really like them because it gives you a very good core workout. It doesn't provide a variable resistance like bands do, but there's some really unique advantages to it, and it's just another tool to utilize.
This is what the TRX looks like. It's a set of ropes, always yellow and black, and then they have attachments where you can attach it to a door, a pole, or different areas so that you can utilize the ropes, one in each hand. Here's an example of someone using the TRX probably to do squats there, get a little bit of a pull workout in. And here's someone doing something quite unique, quite rare. I do not recommend doing this. This looks very risky, especially for men over 40. You can hurt yourself, so don't do this with the TRX.
Okay, so using the TRX though, we're just really gonna do two exercises with them, okay? You all know that part of my philosophy at Subconscious Fat and Occam's Razor Fitness, which is my program where I train men over 40 online, is simple is king. So when using the TRX, I'm only gonna use it for two exercises. I'm gonna use it on a pull day, pulling in like this. Excellent to be able to do that because it also allows us to do a drop set, which I'll explain in a little bit on a video. But doing a pull, we're working our biceps, our back muscles, and then doing a push. The cool thing with the TRX, when you do a push workout too, is that you're creating a little bit of disbalance. And when there's a disbalance, there's more muscle recruitment. Push workout, we're working our triceps, our chest. So I really am using the TRX for those two exercises. Remember, I only recommend 5 exercises for men over 40. 3 in the upper body, 1 going straight up, 1 going straight out, 1 going straight down. And 2 for the front of your legs on a push day, quads. Pull day, we're working the biceps in the back and we're doing a pull like this, a pull like this. This is the only area where I would use the TRX. And then a pull like this, chin up or pull up, it would be the ideal. So simple as king. 5 exercises. TRX is used on a push and on a pull day, and I'm going to go right into the videos now to show you exactly what that looks like.
Okay, so here I'm setting up on a pull day. Now my feet are way up on the wall. So what this means is this does make it harder. Um, I'm using all my body weight to pull in there. And here now I brought my feet a little bit lower. As I bring them lower, that's going to make the workout easier because that means that more weight is on the floor. So I'm pulling a little bit less here. And here I get to a point where I go back even further. So now there's more weight. So here I'm doing drop sets. I'm dropping, making the weight easier by just having my feet more on the ground, with the ground supporting more of my weight. But this is a fantastic way to do a drop set and get a great workout on a pull day. Here now on a push day, working out the triceps and the chest. Notice how when I do this using the TRX, my body is in alignment here, and that the shoulder, the hips, the knees, the ankles, all like in a straight line or close to a straight line. That gives you a fantastic core workout. I go a little bit deeper when I do these chest presses, deeper than you would with a push-up. That stretches the muscles in the chest. And so that's also why I'm careful here. And I don't necessarily go to complete muscle failure while doing this. You're going to see how I get to muscle failure in a second here. But I don't want to risk it because I'm stretching my muscle more than I normally do when doing a push up, because I'm able to go deeper using the TRX. And so that, want to not risk tearing a muscle, because when you stretch further, then going to muscle failure can be risky. So instead of going to muscle failure, what I do is I do a good number of reps there, and then I'm going to grab a very thick band, and now I'm going to do a crossover push workout, chest press, crossover chest, one arm going over the other. And here I can safely, using the band, safely get to failure because I'm using variable resistance with the band. No risk at all here to hurt a chest, because when you can't go anymore, you just don't go. And I make sure I do some partial reps getting to muscle failure there. There we go. Can't even move it. Some good work there.
So there you have it, the two ways to use the TRX. A great tool to have. I don't own a TRX, but I really like it when I go to a gym and they have it there. Most gyms may have a TRX. You can ask a trainer there, ask someone there. Great tool to utilize just to vary things up. And again, I'm only using it for the mid on a pull, mid on a push day. That's it. You get an increased core workout. And notice when you're able to do the drop set, you get to muscle failure. Remember, when going to muscle failure like that, that's where you're like, when I'm doing those and I'm doing the pull-in and I can't even bring myself up to my chest and I'm doing partial reps, that's where you're getting a cardio workout. Your lungs, your body's just craving that air. You're getting a cardio respiratory workout. Your body's craving oxygen. And guess what? You don't need to do cardio separately. Forget about walking on the treadmill or jogging or any other stuff. You don't need to do any of that. If you're a man over 40, you want to be fit and you want to maintain the muscle that you gain doing resistance exercise, then you want to go to muscle failure at the very end, which is going to give you the cardio workout, which means you don't need to do cardio workout separately. Save time, get it all done in one workout, and you only need to do one set. If you're still trying to lose weight and your main focus is not just to gain muscle, but you're trying to lose weight, you only need to do one set to failure. That's it. Simple, easy. That's what Occam's razor, that's what these videos are all about. Simple is king. Thank you for watching. I'll be back out again next Monday with another video, and Thursday with Mr. Skeptical. See you then. Bye.